Have you ever heard of a man so wise he was put on trial for it? This is the story of Socrates, a philosopher whose wisdom and relentless pursuit of truth led him to face one of the most famous trials in history. That man was Socrates, and ancient Athens was his stage. Athens, a city known for its intellectual and artistic achievements, was also a place where new ideas were both celebrated and feared. Socrates wasn't a politician or a playwright, he was a philosopher. Unlike others who sought fame and fortune, Socrates sought wisdom and understanding. He spent his days engaging in deep conversations with anyone willing to listen. He loved to ask questions, and he was really good at it. His questions were not just for the sake of argument. They were designed to provoke thought and self-reflection. So good, in fact, that his constant questioning made some people very uncomfortable. His method of inquiry often exposed the ignorance and contradictions in people's beliefs. Socrates lived in a time when people accepted information without much scrutiny. The majority of Athenians were content with traditional beliefs and did not question the status quo. But not Socrates. He believed in examining everything. He challenged the conventional wisdom of his time and encouraged others to do the same. He wanted to uncover the truth behind every statement. For Socrates, the unexamined life was not worth living. He did this by engaging people in dialogues, using questions to expose flaws in their thinking. This method of questioning is now known as the Socratic Method. It encourages critical thinking and helps students develop a deeper understanding of the subject matter. But back then, some powerful Athenians saw Socrates as a threat. His questioning of traditional beliefs and the authority of the elites made him many enemies. They accused him of corrupting the youth and not believing in the city's gods. These charges were serious and reflected the fear and suspicion that Socrates' ideas had generated. His trial and subsequent execution are a stark reminder of the importance of free thought and the dangers of silencing dissenting voices. Socrates was sentenced to death by drinking hemlock, a poison that would end his life. Even today, Socrates remains a symbol of intellectual courage and the pursuit of truth. His legacy lives on in the countless philosophers, educators, and students who continue to seek wisdom and challenge the status quo. The story of Socrates teaches us the value of questioning and the importance of standing up for what we believe in, even in the face of adversity. His life and death remind us that the pursuit of truth is a noble and enduring endeavor. So, the next time you find yourself questioning the world around you, remember Socrates. His spirit lives on in every question asked, every truth sought, and every mind opened to new possibilities. One day, an acquaintance rushed up to Socrates, bursting with news.
Socrates, you won't believe what I heard about your friend.
Socrates stopped him right there. He held up his hand, his face etched with concern.
Hold on a moment, my friend. Before you tell me this news, I think it must first pass a little test.
A test? What do you mean?
It's a simple test with 3 parts. We call it the test of 3. It helps us decide if something is worth speaking about.
Intrigued, the acquaintance leaned closer.
Tell me more, Socrates.
And so, Socrates, the master of wisdom, laid out his famous test, a test that still resonates thousands of years later.
First, is what you are about to tell me true? This question, simple yet profound, is the cornerstone of Socratic inquiry. It challenges us to consider the authenticity of our statements before we share them with others. Do you know this for a fact, or is it just hearsay? Socrates' method of questioning forces us to reflect on the origins of our knowledge. Are we merely repeating what we've heard, or do we have evidence to support our claims?
The first filter of the test, the filter of truth, is crucial. It serves as a safeguard against the spread of false information. By applying this filter, we ensure that only verified facts are communicated. In our age of instant information and social media, it's more important than ever to question the validity of what we hear. With the click of a button, information can be shared with millions, making it imperative to verify its accuracy. Socrates reminds us that not everything we read online or hear from others is necessarily true. The digital age has amplified the reach of misinformation, making critical thinking a vital skill. We must be critical thinkers, evaluating information from reliable sources before we accept it as fact. This means cross-referencing data, checking the credibility of sources, and being wary of biases. The acquaintance, pondering Socrates' words, realized he had only heard this news from a traveler passing through. This realization highlights the importance of questioning the reliability of our sources. He couldn't be sure if it was true. This uncertainty is a reminder that we should not take information at face value, but rather investigate its origins and validity. Socrates nodded, pleased that his friend was engaging with the test. This approval signifies the value of intellectual humility and the willingness to admit when we do not know something for certain.
Indeed, it is dangerous to spread information without knowing if it is true. In ancient times, as in modern days, the dissemination of false information can have serious consequences. It can lead to misunderstandings and even harm. Miscommunication can cause conflicts, damage reputations, and create unnecessary panic.
The wisdom of Socrates is timeless. His teachings on truth and critical thinking are as relevant today as they were in ancient Greece. In an era where misinformation can spread like wildfire, unchecked rumors and falsehoods can quickly escalate, causing widespread confusion and fear. His teachings remind us to always seek the truth and think critically before sharing information. By doing so, we contribute to a more informed and rational society, where knowledge is built on a foundation of verified facts and thoughtful analysis.
Even if this news is true, is it something good that you want to share? Will it bring joy or benefit to anyone?
The second filter, the filter of goodness, encourages us to think about the ethical implications of our words. Socrates reminds us that our words have power. They can uplift or tear down, inspire or discourage. Before we speak, we should ask ourselves, will my words contribute to the well-being of others? Will they promote kindness and understanding?
I see you understand. Even if something is true, it doesn't mean it needs to be said. Let us strive to speak words that build bridges, not walls. Finally, is this news useful? Will it help me or my friend in any way?
The third filter, the filter of usefulness, emphasizes the practicality of our words. Socrates challenges us to think about the purpose of our communication. Does it serve a meaningful purpose? Will it provide valuable information or insights?
There you have it, my friend. Sometimes the wisest thing we can do is to say nothing at all.
Socrates' test of three is a timeless gift, as relevant today as it was in ancient Greece. This simple yet profound method asks us to consider three essential questions before we speak. Is it true? Is it kind? Is it necessary? These questions serve as a moral compass, guiding us to communicate with integrity and thoughtfulness. It teaches us to be discerning listeners and responsible speakers. In a world where misinformation can spread rapidly, Socrates' test reminds us to pause and reflect before sharing information. It encourages us to verify the truthfulness of our words, ensuring that what we say is not only accurate but also beneficial to others. It encourages us to think critically about the information we receive and share. By applying the test of three, we become more mindful of the impact our words can have. We learn to question the validity of the information we encounter, fostering a culture of critical thinking and intellectual honesty. Socrates' legacy extends far beyond this one test. His teachings encompass a broader philosophy of life, one that values wisdom, virtue, and the relentless pursuit of truth. He believed that through questioning and dialogue, we could achieve a deeper understanding of ourselves and the world around us. He taught us the importance of questioning everything, of never accepting things at face value. This approach to learning and understanding encourages us to be curious and open-minded, always seeking to uncover the deeper truths that lie beneath the surface. He showed us the power of dialogue and critical thinking in uncovering the truth. Through engaging in meaningful conversations and debates, we can challenge our own assumptions and broaden our perspectives. This process of intellectual exchange is essential for personal growth and societal progress. His life and teachings continue to inspire generations of thinkers and truth-seekers. From ancient times to the modern era, Socrates' emphasis on questioning and dialogue has influenced countless philosophers, educators, and leaders. His methods remain a cornerstone of philosophical inquiry and education. Socrates may have lived centuries ago, but his wisdom is as relevant as ever. In today's fast-paced, information-saturated world, his teachings offer a timeless guide to thoughtful and ethical communication. By embracing his principles, we can navigate the complexities of modern life with greater clarity and purpose. In our fast-paced world, where information spreads like wildfire, his message is a beacon of clarity and reason. Socrates' emphasis on truth, kindness, and necessity in communication serves as a reminder to slow down, think critically, and speak with intention. His enduring wisdom continues to light the way for those who seek to live with integrity and insight.
The story of Socrates is just one of many fascinating tales from history. If you enjoyed this journey into the past, be sure to subscribe to our channel, Uncovered Enigmas. We explore the mysteries and wonders of the world, from ancient civilizations to modern marvels. Join us as we delve into the past, uncover hidden truths, and ignite our curiosity. Peace.